That is
What's up, guys?
insane.
Welcome to another episode of the Personality Podcast. I'm here with Swift Madden, my co-podcaster.
What's
Welcome,
up?
boys.
What's
Welcome,
up? How
ladies
we
and
doing today?
gentlemen. Not bad. How are you doing? How's your day going?
Great. Can't complain.
You
Cannot
s-
complain. Little work, little play. Can't complain.
are you excited for another podcast episode? Let's go.
Of course, man. Of course. I
The
hope you
last
got some
one
good
actually turned
topics for
out.
me.
Oh, the last one we did actually turned out really well. I think it
Yeah,
was
I was go ahead.
was exactly what I wanted. It was like enough clips, but it was also like a conversation like what we're doing right now, which I loved.
Yeah, I loved it too. I think that the audio quality was good. I think the audio quality is most important. If that's good, you got a good podcast.
It's You're not wrong. You're not
Yeah.
wrong. Well, let's jump into it. How was your weekend? Let's start with that. How's your weekend?
And what did I do this weekend? The fireworks are in town. I
Well,
don't know
I've
if you
heard.
were you here like 3 summers ago when they had the fireworks?
No, but I have heard about this. What y'all do here? Well, in Vancouver.
It's kind of cool. I will say fireworks a little bit overrated. Like after a couple of booms, I'm not that excited by it, but people love it. Like people absolutely love it. It's packed. I'm not really so sure like why people are waiting for 5+ hours to get a seat, but regardless, watch the fireworks. Went out that evening. Other than that, not very busy.
You
Saw
know
the
what's
family
the
as per usual.
craziest thing about fireworks? Undoubtedly to me, I never
Hmm.
understand why people take out their phones and like record the whole thing.
Yeah, recorded fireworks shows a little crazy. Like,
Like,
who's
when are you
watching that
gonna?
back?
Yeah, when are you watching that back? Number one. Number two, when is anyone gonna ever ask you like, hey, can you roll back the firework footage from like
Yeah,
Canada's Wonderland? Like, no.
yeah,
Like, there's no
yeah.
reason to record. Put your phone down.
I agree. I agree. That one I agree with you on. I think that yeah, like I think the majority of things like that are recorded like that are a bit of a waste. But also sometimes it just kind of like feels normal to pull it out and like start recording. I don't know. Like it feels like you're I think in the moment it feels like, "Oh, well this is nice." Like I feel like I'm going to remember it more if I record it when obviously that doesn't change the fact that yeah, you're not remembering it more.
But it's also the same like in concerts too. It's I pull out my phone to like record the artist, and very rarely am I going back to watch like what I watched.
100.
And I wish like, and this is why I wish like if anything, I'd want to go to like live in a day in like the '80s for that purpose of like
The
people
80s.
'80s. I don't know, whatever, what '90s, whenever people didn't have.
Did they have cars back then or no?
All right, calm down. But like, you know what I mean? It's like I want to go to like a place and it's not just like phones.
Yeah. It would be cool, but I think you'd be a little bit
I'd be
upset with the
lost.
lack of productivity, to be honest with you.
Do you think so?
Like I think you'd get a little frustrated. Well, like if you have a question that you need answered, you
Oh
just
yeah,
can't answer that question.
I'd be frustrated.
Yeah, you're just relying on yourself. But you might be a little smarter, to be honest.
But
Maybe a
like,
little more witty.
all right, here's a question for you. When was the last day that you had when you didn't look at a screen?
Summer camp back in the day used to be no phones, so that'd be like 16, probably.
So exactly. So you haven't gone without like a day without no screens, like not any type of screen
Actually, I'll
for
say
so
like
long.
no screens at all. I think like this year in Israel we were in the Bedouin tents and like you didn't really have service there. But like I probably still opened my phone, like I
Yeah,
wasn't really
yeah,
on it, but like you still open it.
yeah. I
But that
think
was
that,
living without.
but
Yeah.
that would be the greatest shock if I went back. I'd be like, what is going on? Like, it would be nice for my eyes. Actually, I feel like.
I feel like more the brain, but yeah, a little bit of
Yeah, that
both.
too. I'm just thinking in terms of my eyes because man, I'm staring at a screen all day. Your eyes just get pummeled.
You're fried.
I'm
You're
fast.
chopped, bro. You're
Okay.
chopped.
Look at you with the Toronto
You're
slang
actually
out there.
chopped.
I am
That's
chopped.
not Toronto slang, is it? No.
Chopped now, but like fried, I would say so.
Damn. Well, we're bringing it to the West Coast here.
That's about time. We gave it up in like 2018. About time it
That
reached
word's
up.
making a comeback. That word's making a comeback. I'll guarantee you that.
Which one, chopped?
All of the above.
All of the above?
All of the above.
No,
Yeah.
so it's my favorite thing. The best part of talking to you is hearing your like new slang selection for the week. Because you're so
I
like,
need to stay up to date with what my subscribers say.
yes, you definitely do. Well, I should know. This is my favorite part about talking to you, like week in, week out. Every week, you'll have like a select vocabulary of slang that you ride and die about. You're like, it's coming back. I'm gonna use it every day. It's amazing. And then the next week, it's a completely new selection.
That is true. That actually is very true. And
It's,
yeah. Yeah, like I'm tryrying to think of like old words that like really don't get pulled out anymore. Like bussin'. I feel like I don't say that much anymore, but that used to be a
no,
word. That
but
used to be
like,
in the repertoire.
what was the one word? I remember like 2018 where cap. Cap was the
Oh yeah,
word.
cap.
Dude, no, you were using cap before anyone else because the Saints were using cap, and
Yes, they were. They
and
were
you were
in their
bringing it,
locker room.
and everyone was just like, "Dude, stop! Like, stop trying to force this into a thing. It's not a thing." And then like within a year, and now it's stuck. So
Look at me
very
now.
rarely you'll get a W like that and roll with it. But like
No,
things
that
like
I feel like I'm usually on point with that, to be honest with you.
there's some things that you say that you've given up on, but that I still will use to this day. Like the word genuine. I can never
But
say
that's
genuine properly anymore. I always say genuine. And
I
that's
think that was just how I said it though. I don't even think that was like a thing.
no, literally you kept saying it so many times that I've been called out for this. I've been in like meetings and I've been like genuinely or genuinely, and they've been like, "Are you illiterate? Do you know how to pronounce the word genuine?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'd probably say the same to you though, to be honest, if I didn't know you and you said that.
honestly, yeah, I wouldn't disagree. But uh, so I want to bring something up with you. I learned something
Mhm.
recently. You're not gonna like this conversation. I'm just gonna give you that this morning right now. Do you remember 2018 Saints playoffs?
2018 or 2019, I remember both.
2018, 19 was when they got cheated, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2019.
2019,
Do
okay.
you remember how upset you were about that?
I do, and
So,
reasonably so.
and no, recently sure. So, I learned recently that the Saints themselves aren't too unfamiliar with cheating. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but this is cheating is a
So,
interesting word to use in that context, but go ahead.
so I learned this extremely recently, and I don't know anything about more than what I'm gonna say to you in this one sentence here.
Hmm.
In like 2011, the Saints were caught cheating for giving players contracts to injure opposing players.
Hmm.
True or false? False.
Yeah, it was obviously true. It's called Bounty Gate is the title.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on that? Because I've heard so many good things from the Saints about you, obviously, because you're my only source.
Hmm.
And being in Tampa now, where the Saints aren't too well liked, I've been hearing a lot of different opinions about the Saints. Let's just say that.
But I wouldn't really consider that cheating. I don't think that Bounty Gate is considered cheating. Bounty
Why?
Gate is like unethical. Like paying your players to injure opponents. I wouldn't call it cheating because you're not bending the rules in any favor. You're just making your players play harder. Let's say you're making them play harder.
Okay, that
Or
is
making them
okay. You can't say play harder. That's because play harder does not mean
play
purposely injure.
differently. Play differently.
Play
It's like
different.
instead of hitting some guy like yeah, in the like a regular tackle, you would know where he's injured and you would hit him in that exact position
So,
where he's injured.
so don't you? But don't you? You know that that's against the rules. To hit someone
But
with
is
the
that against the rules?
yeah, to hit someone with the intent to injure is against the rules.
Is it? Where is
Yes,
like
a
it's
hundred
not in the
percent. It said no, no.
rules?
It's that's okay. 100% suspensions are laid out based on intent to injure.
But no, let's say for example, this guy has like a knee problem
Yeah,
and you're gonna hit him in his knee.
yeah.
That's not
That's intent
that's
to
not
injure.
against
That's
the
actually
rules.
worse because you. That's premeditative intent to injure.
Yeah, but the when you're saying the intent is usually like if they're going for their head and neck. That's like
No,
usually
no.
I feel
That
like where they're
that's intent to injure like randomly. If you've done your research beforehand, it's even worse. It's like you're literally going into the game with the sole purpose of injuring. It's not even like the play because
well
the
the players in theory are going in for the intent to get a little bit of money. But yes.
no you that's see that is
Because
the most lawyer thing you've ever said in your life.
they were getting paid by the defensive coordinator.
Sure, okay, so their intent is they're not. It's not their intent though. Their intent is to injure in order to receive a certain outcome, which in this case is cash. But that's
Cash
not.
slash victory. But does this really like change the outcome of games? You know, does this
Yes, a
really
hundred
change the
percent.
outcome of games?
What?
I
A
don't think
hundred
so.
percent. 100%. Are you kidding
I
me?
don't think that really changes the outcome of games.
Changing opponent players. I actually, this is real, and I don't know what the solution is, but this irks me to the bone. Is because this happens to me, to my teams, is other teams injuring with the intent to win. It's like a 7 game series, or in their game, it could just be the one game. But like, it makes such a difference if you're taking out a key player. It changes the entire dynamic because your replacement. What is your backup to that? Like, if you're taking out their superstar, they don't have another superstar for that same position in the backup. You're changing their dynamic of their entire team mid game. I think that's actually like one of the. I don't think how you. I don't see how you can't classify it as cheating. Actually,
Cheating, but like I think cheating is like if you're actually breaking. I guess you're saying it's still a rule, but like
yeah.
if you're breaking a different type of rule, I think it's more cheating. Like I actually think what Tom Brady did is less impactful but more cheating when he deflated the balls. I don't think it really matters, but I think that's more like to a T cheating.
But
Like
even
changing
then, that's
something.
fine. The reason in my mind that's fine is because you're giving the same ball to both teams.
No, you're not.
Did he switch out the balls for him and versus the opponent?
They don't use the same balls both teams.
Well, in that case, then yeah.
Yeah.
But those are things that are just like such clear intent to cheating, and it's like, how can you like? So, my point is, I hear about the 2019 playoff a lot from you.
Such a different
But
scenario.
that's no,
bro.
but that's
People
karma.
say it's karma.
That's
People do
tell
say
me
it's
how,
karma.
how tell me that's not karma.
People say it's karma, but like I guess karma, sure, but I think it's different. I think it's two different like things that we're comparing here.
And
One is like the defensive coordinator slash coach who's like obvious. Well, he's actually still in the league. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he still coaches for the Browns.
that's wild. That's insane.
And there's just like some really bad clips of him like that got revealed where he's like kill the head. That's what he's saying over and over
That's
again.
horrible,
Like,
bro.
kill the
That's
head,
not
kill the
okay.
head. He's saying that over and over again in like the locker room or whatnot. And but I think that's different than like just like a missed call. A missed call is like.
And do you
Gotta
think a
just
missed
do it,
call is
bro.
worse though?
I
'Cause
think
here's
a
the
missed call
thing.
impacted more.
A missed. See, now you're talking about impact. A missed call is not worse.
I think a missed call right there impacts the game more than any of the Bounty Gate impacted singular game.
It depends. So it depends who they take out. So I don't know exactly who they took out in that period of span or what that entails.
I'm less familiar with the results. It's also harder. It's hard to say like this guy got injured because of the Bounty Gate slash because of like it's harder to say. Hey, you're ruling out.
No, it's not.
It's only people on the offensive side of the ball because it's only the people on defense that were a part of it.
Yes.
So you've already ruled out 50% of the team, and then there's like people who,
Hypothetically,
like,
though, like you're telling me the other offensive side of the team didn't know what's going on and didn't have a mind. Maybe they didn't have contracts about it, but they knew the style that this team was going to reward.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit harder to do it on offense. I don't think.
Sure, 100%. Which is why it wasn't offered to offense.
Yeah, and even on like the defensive side, you'd have to. I mean, I haven't looked, but you'd have to like see which players came into the game with some type of injury and had it magnified, or like which people like actually got injured after that game. I have no clue. I personally don't know enough about like the specifics there, but
it just brings the point to me, and I feel like that it's been a few years, but now I feel like that was karma. That was karma for
I don't think it was
for the bad faith, and hopefully it's gone now for your sake. But the Bucks fans here don't really share that sentiment. Let's just say
the Bucks are solid.
The Bucks are. Hey, I'm going to a game. I'm going to a game.
Go on.
The preseason one against Buffalo.
Go regular season, man.
I probably go for the regular season, but I got so many things planned, and it just worked out that I'd be here for the Buffalo one. What are your thoughts on the NFL being scripted? Given all this context, I don't think it.
I think this is a good.
I don't know. I'm just saying, thinking about this, learning more about the NFL as like a new incomer into the sport, I'm hearing a lot of things that I wouldn't see in any other sport.
Like what?
Like a bounty hit. That is a distinctly. The only other place you'll see that is probably the Florida Panthers.
That's like not on the same scripted.
Deflating. I know. But I'm thinking in terms of like cheating, it scripts the game a little bit in favor of like a team. And I'm thinking like in terms of cheating, you got like deflating balls. That's another prime example. Missed calls happens in every sport. So like, yeah, like it could be an egregious missed call, like what happened to the Saints. But like, I mean, there's been egregious missed calls happening to the Leafs. It happens everywhere. That are still talked about to this day. I think you're not really gonna.
Definitely not scripted.
Like, but why does everyone think that it is that? Everyone thinks it.
No one thinks that it is.
Dude, everyone. Whenever I talk to like, I guess a casual fan, not like a diehard fan. Yeah. They're like, I can't get into it. It just feels so scripted. And
I've never heard anyone say that in my life.
Dude, I promise you. And like, I'm looking back at it, and you're looking at like how the Chiefs, the run they've been having. Yeah, they have a good team, but it's like the amount of spam.
I guarantee you it is not scripted. I guarantee. So
no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
There's three ways it could be scripted, I would say. The first one is that the script is like how high up does the script extend? If the script's at the very top, and let's just say it's owners and GMs who are kind of getting some ruling on, okay, well, you should draft this player, you should sign this player for like the marketing kind of, I guess, storylines That'd be the highest level
Like
of
a
scripting.
Travis
And I
Kelce.
think that is the most believable. That's the most believable level of scripting. And you would never think of that. You weren't thinking of that when you said it was scripted, but that's the most believable.
No, I'm not. I'm throwing around theories. I don't have a specific one.
The second level is that it goes down to the referees, which people would maybe think has some plausibility, but realistically, these calls that we're like referencing here, I guess the only one that I could think really did change the outcome was there was a pass interference that the Chiefs got 2 Super Bowls ago against the Eagles. But like, there's just so much going on in the game that I just couldn't imagine that it's scripted down to that. And then the final level, which is 0% chance of being the case, like legitimately 0% chance of being the case, is that there's anything to do with the players being told what to do. That is, it's not even worth having that discussion.
No, I agree.
0% chance that it's scripted down to that.
I agree with that. I do think though, when you come to the refs, I do think that's probably because I hear how explain it to me, but I hear all the time about how soft the refs are against Mahomes.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
how strict they are for opposing players going after Mahomes.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like 3 years ago against the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, he got it was a close game, and like he kind of gets pushed out of bounds, like when he's already out of bounds on like a 3rd down. That gave them a 1st down. That was definitely a big call in their favor. But like, there's so many plays in the game that get you up to that point that like, if the script is the Chiefs need to win, like there's so many other variables that have led to that exact moment right there that have not been scripted, that have just played out as is. That if 3 drives ago, some guy on the Chiefs drops a pass, or 3 drives ago, some guy on the Bengals makes a good read or a good break on the ball. We're not in that situation.
No.
So, like, if there's some script from the refs that are saying, oh, the Chiefs have to win the game, and realistically, they maybe get to make one game deciding call. Because everything that we're talking about here, like, there's one call in these games. It's one call. Like, there's nothing else in all other 120-ish, let's call it, plays that happen in the entire game. And those 120 plays could have an impact on the game as well. And I mean, like, I think it would just be, it's unbelievable for that to be the case, personally. Now, I think the interesting one, which people probably wouldn't talk about, but I think like could maybe, if it was like the owners and GMs had some type of like, okay, we want these teams to be good. We want this guy to move from this team to this team. So there's the storyline that way. Because it seems like there's always a good story. There's always a good story. Like, people do say the NFL is like reality TV for like 30-plus-year-old males. And like, if they want the story to be this player moves from one team to the other, or this player gets drafted here after losing their quarterback, like that could be doable, because you're really only like in the room with 32 people, and those 32 people are already like so above anyone else that they would have no reason to come out and say anything. The refs, I think, like, if it's been scripted for 20+ years, one of them's coming out and talking. Like, one of them's coming out and talking. They don't make enough money to have like a reason to not speak.
Do they not make enough money? How much is a ref?
Like millions. I think they make like $200K a year. So like, it's good.
Oh,
but
really?
Like, it's not enough to like.
That's crazy.
You know, if you have a secret, that secret's worth more than $200,000.
100%.
You know.
Yeah. Wow.
Those are my thoughts.
I mean, I wish I could oppose them, but I just see that there's a lot of cheating involved. I think that's my biggest point. Is that I think after baseball, the NFL is probably the sport with the most cheating. I feel like baseball, there's just so many different ways that you can cheat that everyone just takes advantage of.
It's part of the game, isn't it?
No,
Stealing
cheating
signs and whatnot, it is.
No, stealing signs, I wouldn't say is cheating. I think that's part of the game. But using a corked bat, like things like that, that's like you got like some sticky things you could put on your
hands.
Yeah, like things like that. That's cheating.
I think it's just getting an edge. It is what it is. I think personally.
Well, using a corked bat is definitely not.
I don't know enough about that personally.
But yeah, I think I just hear the NFL has just so much controversy. Like I hear about it all the time as the non-watcher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited. This season. I think I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna.
You live there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Bucks bandwagon here.
Yeah, they're gonna be good. I think them and the Falcons will be 2 best teams in our division for sure, and I don't think it'll be close. I think we'll be the. I actually don't think we're pretty confident we'll be the worst, but the Falcons I think are nice.
How's Carolina?
Nice. Carolina's okay. I don't love Bryce Young. I think that Penix is nice. Baker Mayfield's like super underrated. Both teams actually have like a somewhat decent roster. I don't think the Panthers have as good of a roster.
It's Bucks roster is kind of old though, no?
Kind of old, but they still have a handful of good players, and the players aren't like insanely old. Like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, let's say, they're like old, but they're not like washed yet. 3 years from now, maybe they'll be washed.
Yeah, there's rebuilds coming here for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, you can get to the playoffs. Then you never know.
And then you really
Win
never
3
know.
games and you're in the.
I mean, it
and
was exciting last year with the game that against the Saints. Really, everything came down to that
But that
game.
was just for 1,000 yards. That wasn't even for
No, I'm not even talking about that part. That game before that had so much like impact on the
playoff
stand.
implications. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then and then at that point they just gave it to him. That was kind of crazy. I don't know if
They
that.
just gave him the 1,000 yards there.
Yeah, you were really upset about that.
Yeah, I was cheesed about it. Big time on
Jeez, look at
Twitter. I
you.
remember. I was cheesed about that on Twitter. That was like, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know why you'd come out in that coverage. And like, our coach got fired anyways. So everyone hated him. But like, still, like, don't let him get 1,000 yards. It's like the last play of the game, man. We all hate Mike Evans. Anyone hates Mike Evans. I know Marshawn Lattimore wasn't on the team anymore because we traded him, but like, that's like his biggest rival of all time. You can't let him get that, man.
No, that actually is kind of crazy. That is, I'm surprised they did that.
And he's like squeaking up to 1,000 yards. Like, he's not even putting up a great season. Like, 1,000 yards is like not what he used to be. 1,000 yards, it's like mid receivers can put up 1,000 yards in a good offense. Yeah,
Okay,
mid
what would
receivers
like
can put up 1,000 yards in a good offense for sure.
what would a great receiver then put up?
1,400.
Fair enough. I mean, as you said, he's aging, so
Michael
I feel
Thomas put up 15.
way back when.
At like 2019.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Is he still playing?
Nah, he's out of the league. What a prime though. Better prime than Mike Evans.
Actually, where do the players go when they're done?
Wherever they want. They got
I feel like,
millions of
well, like
dollars.
I just know that like hockey and like soccer, you have players that like go to Europe or like
just don't.
you're,
You're out
vice
of the league.
versa. They come
You're out
to
of the league.
you're out of the league. You're just done, retired.
There's no other league.
There's no
worth
other
playing
league.
in, I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm excited. Football season. I'm actually for once excited. Hopefully, I can get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Be a good way to connect to
It's
people.
starting to build some hype on Twitter right now for it. Yeah.
Is it? Wow, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a turn. All right, let me ask you another question, and it's not going to be about. We're gonna get into life now. All right. So, can I do something with you? Can I start a segment? I want to start a segment.
Start a segment.
We're gonna do a weekly segment here, and we're gonna call it. I got a vision for it. Ready? After Dark.
All right. Super sauce. Go ahead.
No. Pause. All right, let's get into After Dark. So what I want After Dark to be is let's talk about like Swift behind the scenes, aka some of the stories that we've built over the years. I'm sure you've built more of them alone, going out every weekend as a single man there. I'm calling you out.
Okay.
What is that? What do you think the craziest story that you've had on a night out? That was one that like if someone asks you, comes straight into your mind.
The first one that comes to my mind right now is actually when we went out in Florida and then skydived the next day and you yacked on the way there.
That was horrible. Do you want to tell that story?
Definitely on my mind. You can say.
No, go ahead. You can tell the story.
No, you say it.
All right. The story goes, I was really hoping that I was not the one. I feel like there's so many other stories that we could have mentioned.
No, but this is like forefront.
All right. So for context, I go to Miami because we're going to skydive with Ben there. And the day before, he starts telling me stories about you throwing up in Ubers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already implanted in my mind through that.
This I feel like is almost irrelevant.
No. It has to be relevant to the story. And then we go on a walk with some of your friends in Miami, and I forgot one girl's name, Jacob's girlfriend's friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's like, if you guys are going out tonight, just make sure you don't drink so much. And if you're going to drink, like, you don't want to be yakking in the air. So the idea of throwing up is implanted in my mind, like, subconsciously from the get-go on this trip. There's no escaping it. Mind you, I had just been through, like, a pretty hectic move to Florida. So I hadn't been drinking. I hadn't had the time. I hadn't been going out. And we go out that night, and it's $100 cover to get in the club. And we connect with your promoter friend after that, and we got free drinks for the night. And that's a pretty good deal to me. Because $100, like, you're spending more on that on a night out at a cheap bar if you're going to go out. So that's a steal in Miami.
Drinks.
Yeah, it's a steal in Miami, really. And we're at a table. Everything's good. It's a good time. I got a little excited. I'm not going to lie to you. I got a little carried away.
The bright lights. He ain't built for the bright lights.
I was just like, oh, there's free alcohol. And I'd forgotten that I hadn't been drinking in a while, so my tolerance isn't what it was. Anyway, we drank a lot. I don't know what time we were out until. But this is the part of the story that really irks me. All right, ladies, let me sit up for this one. Are you ready? The night before we go out, I say, "Hey Ben, this place we're skydiving, how far is it? What time do we need to leave? We need to get there at noon. What time do we need to leave?" You said to me, this is the most diabolical thing I've ever heard you say. You said to me, "Oh, it's 15 minutes away." Sounds good. Tell me why we get the next morning I get woken up by your ass coming into the living room saying, "Wake up, get dressed, we have to go right now."
Yeah.
Me saying, "Why, Ben? It's like 10:30. We don't have to go until like for a while. It's only 15 minutes away." You proceed to say, "Oh yeah, it's actually an hour away." How do you, bro? How? How is it an hour versus 15
I
minutes?
don't think that changes the outcome though.
No, because no. Let me run this to you. Your logic for why there was this time adjustment is that you looked at it on the day before on the map, and you said it looked like it was 15 minutes away. You didn't even
It did.
press go.
It did. It
You
looked
didn't
about
even press
15 away.
directions. Who doesn't press? It's ridiculous. That is the most diabolical thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, bar none. I have never heard someone do something more insane as to put it in the directions and not actually search.
Just looked that way,
No,
man.
it's ridiculous, man. It's so insane. So I get up quickly, put on the first thing that I see, go downstairs, had no time for breakfast, so I grab an acai bowl, and I'm eating this acai bowl in this Uber, in this, not even Uber, a Lyft. And as you said, a Lyft, this is a line that I love that you said, but a Lyft is just like a more degrading version of Uber. And it's so true. Because we get in this Lyft, and this guy, not a lick of English, like couldn't speak it to save his life, is driving like he's on coke. Like he's ridiculous. He almost ran over a cat, bro. This guy is speeding up and like stopping. And so I was getting car sick. I was getting alcohol sick. The acai bowl wasn't sitting well. It was rushed. Everything was rushed. So this all plays into the factor of why I act. I then try to tell the Uber, "Hey, can you pull over?" Or you try to tell the Uber, "Hey, can you tell Uber I need a yak?" First time out, nothing happens. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I make it to 10 minutes away. We're 10 minutes away from glory. And I can feel it coming, but I'm like, no, I waited so long. Let's just hold it in. I can't though. At the moment, I was like, I'm fine. As soon as I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm good. I open the door. We're at a red light. I yak. This man now speaks English for some apparent reason. He goes like, "Close the door. We go, go, go." Does a U-turn, pulls over by a gas station. I yak some more. And then honestly, I was fine after that.
Not in the car though.
No, not in the car.
Yeah.
Everything was out. I opened the door. I don't know, bro. I clutched up for some reason. But that's only one part of the story. Because the other part of the story is this actual thing that we were doing, skydiving for the first time. And you weren't scared at all.
I was scared on the way up.
No,
I was definitely scared on the way up.
All right.
I was scared in that plane on the way up. But that when that door was rattling, I was scared.
Dude, that was the smallest plane I've ever seen in my life.
Too efficient.
We go in and we're late at this point because of everything. And we missed the safety briefing. Your reaction to us missing the safety briefing is, "Oh, good. I didn't even want to do that anyway."
Yeah,
If
what are
there's
you gonna tell me, bro?
if there's one safety briefing I want to hear, it's the one that we're about to skydive off of.
What could they possibly tell me?
Dude, and honestly, there are two instructors come out. If I had gone your instructor, no chance I would have dived. No chance I would have gone up. No chance.
It was his first job in America. Skydive instructor.
What did he say to you?
First job. He came here 3 years ago, picked up a pamphlet, first job he took. Skydive instructor.
That's insane. My guy's like this, like, he's also this team guy, but he's fit, and he goes like, "I used to have my skydiving TV show. I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's who I want at the wheel. I don't want pamphlet dude from Cuba. Like, that's not okay." But we missed the safety briefing. So he's like, the guy's like, "Oh, when I tap your shoulder, you let go of your hands and you go flying. Ha ha ha." I was like, okay. A lot of information digested in a short amount of period.
Mm-hmm.
We're going up. For some reason, I'm jumping before you. I'm shaking out of I'm so scared. I can see everything down, and I can see my death, to be honest.
Stop that.
No, and it doesn't help that in my mind, you know the guy, the waiver video guy.
That was the only frightening part.
Explain the waiver video guy.
The waiver video was a little frightening because the guys, like, I don't understand why they would. First of all, why they would do it like this. People must drop out after seeing that video. But like the waiver video dude is basically like the old guy, and he's just telling you, yeah, if you die, you can't sue. That was basically the gist.
Well, he's not even saying that. He walks in and you're like, "Oh, it's an old guy. I love it. I'm gonna be reassured that he's been doing it for a while." Because I've been skydiving since the '80s. parachute sucks, the plane sucks, the weather
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. He was going over every component of how it could
I'm
fail.
like, bro, what?
Yeah,
Like, this is not reassuring. And then it's like you have to sign your life away, essentially.
yeah.
So,
And it was a long waiver too. A lot of
and
things I didn't read.
I didn't. You didn't read it.
A lot of things I didn't read. You didn't read it.
No, I asked you. I asked you to read it.
I didn't read it.
So I signed it because you said you read it. Oh my!
What could it tell you?
You tell? I don't know, but it
If you
could tell
die,
me.
you die.
I guess, but it also said like your family can't even sue if you die. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. You don't
so.
need the. You're not going for the money in that case.
Anyway,
Obviously.
it's my turn to dive now, and I dive. I'm
And you love it.
dude. No, I don't. I'm at the start. I'm like, okay, okay. I'm like looking up. I'm like looking down. I'm worried. Then my guy starts tapping my shoulder because we had a 2-minute safety briefing. I don't remember what that meant, and I'm freaking out. Like, what's wrong? He keeps tapping my shoulder. He's not stopping tapping my shoulder. I'm like, shit, something's
Put
wrong.
your hands out, bro. Enjoy.
No. And then I'm like trying to talk to him, but he can't hear me because of the wind going down. And I can't hear him because of the wind going down. So I take a second and I'm like, is there any way I can hear him? No. Is there any way he can hear me? No. Is there anything at all I can do in this position? The answer is no. So my instinction was to start crying, pretty much. I thought this is the end.
That though, I hope.
Huh?
You passed on that, I hope, though.
No, I did not pass on that. I was literally like pretty much crying, and I was like, "Pull up, pull up, pull up!" And he pulled it up, and as you can see my face in the video, as soon as he pulls it up, I'm like the happiest guy in the world, and it's just insane. And then this was like so annoying. So we land. The landing's kind of painful, but it's fine. The first thing that you say when you come up to me is, "Oh, did you see the beach?" Like, no, Ben. I wasn't looking at the beach. I was looking at the fucking ground that I'm plummeting towards. You're like, the views were great.
You did
Why
really
are you
have
looking
fun,
at the
right?
views? Look down. You're plummeting to the earth.
Enjoy.
It was insane that was your thing. And then I don't know how we found like that cafe with like the abuela, like with the $5 quesadillas, and we just got some quesadillas and passed out in a hammock. But
So much
that
dopamine.
that was probably the craziest. Like I want to say like 24 hours I've had. I can't remember in a while.
Yeah, it was fun. I agree. That was up there. I 100% agree. I don't know what would be better in the past, last little bit in terms of just like craziness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think better is the right word for that at all. I think a lot of things are better. Personally,
Yeah, what's
I'd
more just like wild.
I don't know, man. I I feel like when I come down to Miami with you, there's a story that I take back, and
I'm glad.
it's typically built on a lot of like stupidness.
I'm glad I can provide that.
I don't know why things like that happened with you. Like even in Croatia, where I think we got drugged.
That's not true.
I definitely
I
did.
guarantee that is not true.
Why not?
Like that's almost less likely than the NFL being rigged. To be quite frank with you.
No, 100% not, because we were at that boat party together. We left the boat party together. This is the story. They were giving us like shots out of like a water gun. We both felt dizzy at different times because we went our separate ways and
We were in the sun all day though.
No, but we were drinking water.
Did you?
I don't know. I don't know. But we both felt like the world was spinning. You
These are
were
pretty-
like,
now that I'm thinking about it, these are pretty common symptoms.
no. But okay, the most uncommon symptom out of all this is the one that got me. Okay, one, us feeling it at the same time doesn't make sense because it wasn't like right after. It was like hours after.
Yeah.
And two, the thing that's
That'd be a
selling
pretty
it,
bad drug though.
huh?
If you were getting drugged and it kicked in 4 hours later, that wouldn't be very effective.
I don't know, like an edibles like that, kind of. Not really, but it's fine. But I guess. And then the thing that really convinced it for me was that you were like hyped because you don't usually get hyped. Like whenever I'm doing like I could be doing some stupid shit to annoy you, you're usually just like, what the fuck? In this case, you were like encouraging it because we were recording like that dance video or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that when you were like on board with that and like encouraging it, I was like, all right, there's something wrong.
He's on drugs. Eh?
I was like, this is not men. He's 100% on drugs. And like the fact that we were supposed to be like at their like little like dinner party or whatever at that time. I don't know. Just a lot of things clicked. That
I'm gonna say probably not for the.
we were also drinking like 60-gram protein shakes though. So like,
oh yeah. That's probably worse for you than the alcohol. Honestly, whatever they put in there.
Dude, I don't know,
Way
but
less natural.
I found the equivalent of it in Florida, and I drank it, and let's just say it didn't sit well. It's not good for you at all.
It's like shoving a rock down your throat and keeping it there.
Kind of
and
is.
it's just
That
yeah,
actually is a very, very like accurate way of
yeah,
describing it.
it's just not good.
But you
Doesn't
went
float.
back for them every day.
Yeah, I gotta keep the physique, but past that, don't feel good to do so.
uh, all right. I have a question. How is it that you're keeping this physique actually? Like, what's this? What's are you like on roids? What's the deal?
You know what? Someone else asked if I was on steroids at the JCC, the Jewish
Someone
Community
asked if
Center.
I was on steroids too.
Really? Yeah, so then I'm gonna feel less cool about mine.
All right, cool. We're just
Regardless, the that comment at the JCC doesn't hold as much weight. I mean, I wouldn't be getting that comment at a real gym. But what do? I don't do that much. I go to the gym like not more than 4 times a week. It's not more than
that's.
4 times a week. I'll tell you that. I will guarantee you it is not more than 4 times a week.
Can I tell you my beef?
I'd say I eat pretty well. I'd
No,
say
no. Stop, stop,
the
stop,
secret's in the food for me. Like I'll tell you
bro.
what I
You
eat
eat
every
a
single day.
muffin like every day.
I'll tell you what I eat today. Today I've had 6 eggs, fruit, a little honey, and a rice cracker. You're off
Eggs,
to a great start.
eggs.
You're off to a great start. And then for lunch, it's almost every single day the exact same thing. This like Mexican bowl from Whole Foods, a couple scoops of chicken, cheese, guac, and lettuce.
These are fat heavy meals, by the way.
The second one isn't.
It's 100% is.
Which
Guac,
part?
guac,
A scoop of guac?
cheese. All right, keep going.
Dinner's dealer's choice. At that point, I've already had a great day of eating. Then I'm totally fine. And I'm not trying to like get like I'm not trying to be the most. I'm
No,
not
no,
trying to be
but
the
no,
biggest
no.
guy in the world. I'm not trying to be the most shredded guy in the world. I
Okay,
just want to feel pretty good and look pretty good.
can I tell you my beef?
I'm already 6'3", bro.
Can I tell you my beef?
Let's hear it.
Is they no? What I'm trying to say right now is you look jacked. Like you look, you have a great like physique. I will give you that 100%. I just know in my mind I'm pissed because I know that I'm working like 10. I'm going to the gym every day, and I'm doing now that I'm doing the triathlon training too. I'm doing cardio every day as well. So lifting weights and running or swimming or biking.
Mm-hmm. You
I'm
definitely lost
eating,
a few pounds with the triathlon.
dude. I'm eating so healthy. Like Mac, everything is precise. Yet somehow it's genetics, bro. I'm telling you, it's 100% genetics. And you've got some good ass genetics because you were able to like. It's ridiculous that you eat some of the things you do, or you'll go on like whatever some bend, or you won't work out a few days or whatever, and you'll like maintain the physiques that you've always maintained.
But the thing is, like, look at me 3 years ago. I didn't have
Like
anything.
no, except you were
Look at me 2
skinny,
years ago. I barely had anything.
but you were skinny. You weren't like you weren't like. Have you ever felt bloated a day in your life?
If I ate poorly, then yeah, I probably would.
I just can't. And it's like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You work very hard, and you do eat well. It's just the trade off is crazy for me.
Maybe under wild card here. I think I sleep really good.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think I sleep really, really good. And from what I've heard, that's very important.
How long do you How long do you sleep for?
8.5 hours.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm probably
Never
doing
wake up
seven
in
and
the
a half
middle
to
of the
eight.
night. Like I cannot tell you the last time I woke up in the middle of the night to take a piss.
Really?
2 months ago.
Okay, so you can't tell me.
Well, yeah, I couldn't tell it to you. Like 2 months ago sounds about right. Maybe it was 3. It certainly wasn't within the last month. Like I don't really wake up when I'm sleeping, which
All
I
right,
think
that
that's helpful. I think that's probably
that is
helpful.
interesting. I mean, it is also genetics.
Yeah, I mean, my cousin isn't. It looks really good too. But past that, I don't really have any other like case studies in the family.
Your dad and your mom's fit. Like they're not
Yeah,
like
they're fit. They're fit humans, but like
they're not like you ripped.
yeah, you like play sports your whole life ish, or they played some sports, do some type of activity, and like don't eat like fast food. And I think that's like just a normal way to look.
But it does pass down to you, and I don't know. I've seen it in your physique, and it's just like nothing I can do about that. Like
You can though, but you can. I
no,
don't think
because
nothing I can do about that is right at all. I think you definitely can.
well, I here's the thing. I cannot. This is what the argument I was making today, actually, to one of my friends, is I cannot have the same. He's also 6'3", so maybe it's a bit of a height thing, but I cannot eat the same as you, work out the same as you. Even if we're the same like height, I think genetically you will just be in better shape at the end of that than I will.
I don't know. People that are shorter can have muscles that look better. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure like the optimal for that is shorter than I am. If you want, if like you want your muscles to look as good as possible.
What is the optimal? Well, like what is
I
the
mean,
good?
I don't know what the optimal is, but if I had to like pick a number, I'd say like 5'10" probably sounds about right for that.
Let's go 5'10" gang. Spam that
Yeah,
in the
like
chat. Let's
sounds about
go.
right for that. I think that like probably at my height, I've got more leeway to like not look big in terms of like I could put on weight and it
But
wouldn't
like
really
at
matter.
your height,
But like if I wanted my muscles to look as good as possible, I'd probably benefit from being a little bit shorter.
but
If that
like
was all I cared about.
at your height, you're playing life in like arcade mode.
Yeah, I only realized I was in the arcade mode like 2 3 years ago as well. I
It
was
does
playing
feel like that.
regular
Like
life before then.
if you're just like your height and like don't dress like you bought your clothes at Walmart, which I think,
But I was my height my whole life.
but
So
like you were dressed like what I'm trying to say, you were dressed like you were going to Walmart.
yeah. Fair.
Like I remember some of the things you wore, and I was just like, bro, your style has gone really good. The other, I think one of your TikToks popped on my page the other day.
And you liked it?
No, I showed my girlfriend, and I was like, look, it's like, look at he's dressed really well. I like his outfit, and I was like, I could never tell him that, but
You just did.
I did just do it. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like you're living like, and I don't know how other people feel about this, but life is just, I feel like it could be so easy with you. When we're out together, bro, when we're out together, like, you get like harassed by women.
Harassed is aggressive.
No, dude, I've seen some people, like some women, like be like grabbing your clothes, bro, and like taking off your hat and just
Oh
wanting
yeah,
you to come so
crazy.
bad there.
Yeah.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah, no, it is a crazy feeling. It is a crazy feeling. I will say that. And like I wish everyone got to experience it.
I know. Fuck, I do
But
too,
you know
bro.
what? Like I will say this, not that I'm like complaining about it, but like it is like if I did that to a girl, it'd be like sexual assault.
Dude, if you did that to a girl, you'd be in prison, bro.
Yeah, like if they're like grabbing and like touching, it's like that's
That's why I'm also like,
not
I
that I
know.
really care, but like I'm sure in a couple of, like already it's to the point where it's like I mean it doesn't it's like it's not like as cool as it once was, you know? Like it was like kind of cool when it happens the first time and now it's just like well,
No,
I'm
shut
serious,
up.
bro.
Shut
Like I'm
up.
actually
No,
serious.
no, shut up. Listen,
I'm serious.
listen, here's my thing. I'm by no means a bad looking guy. I'm very happy with the way I look, especially if I could like if I'm getting dressed up or something, got a nice fade, great. I can never fix that. It's the one thing you say all the time to me, and it's so fucking annoying when you do, but you can't teach height, and it's true. There's nothing I can do about
Can't
that.
teach height, bro. Can't teach height.
And for some reason it bothers me that it's like the number like the first thing that girls look for. Not even they don't even care about like what you look like facially, bodily. The
Mhm.
first thing is the height. Like you could be buff and like look good face and a rolly on your wrist, but if you're like really short, you're losing such a big demographic of women just right there.
Yeah, well, I think you're losing a big demographic in the like I'm gonna meet you in person. But if you were just like on Instagram and you had like a
Yeah,
cool life you were
but like that
showing there, I
doesn't
think
mean anything. Online doesn't mean anything, bro. Online is just
I
like
think
whatever.
online is the easiest way to meet people. At least for
No,
me.
but like, okay, but like, it doesn't mean anything to you if like you're talking to a girl that you've never met before. But it's just
What do you mean?
like there's a girl that's always complimenting you online, but like you've never met her in person.
Are you saying do I care for that?
Yeah, like is that even like a thing? Does that even matter?
No, I guess it doesn't matter as much, but like it's I think like it's easier to shoot shot online. But yeah, 100%. Like the way that you made that comment is probably the way a lot of girls feel about getting the message, you know?
It's tough. It's tough. There's not much you can do
Yeah.
really. Like put lifts in your shoes or something, bro. I don't know.
No, stay down there, bro.
No, I remember once I actually did buy lifts, like the little
That's
Amazon.
crazy.
I never put it in because I tried it and it hurt. Like I couldn't
So
walk.
what's the point, you know? Like if you bought an inch of lift, I don't think anyone is like nitpicking between like 5'11" and
No, no,
6'2".
no. But the thing about it like this. 5'10" is my like standalone height, no shoes. You
Sure.
get some like high shoes, which is like ideal. You get some like I want to say like shoes that add like 2 or 3 inches. Add another inch on top of that, and that's like 4 inches. So now you go from being like 5'10" to 6'1".
Yeah, it's a bit that's a jump. I'm sure it's a jump. I don't really know. I can't imagine that makes a big difference, really.
Bro. But then I
Dude,
think
I'm
it makes
wearing Air Force
I
Ones
do think
too,
it makes
bro.
I do think it makes a difference, but it's just like there's no equivalent of that on the women's side. Like there's something like for a girl, for like us to find a girl hot, there's
I think a pretty face,
yeah, but you could have that like
but then it's usually not as pretty.
and like if you're working out, realistically, if you're working out and like you're putting makeup on and like all doing all those things, like I feel like you're fine.
Yeah. But I think for a dude, it's maybe a little less about the looks.
Oh, it is a lot about the money. I
If you had
feel
a
like
dope life, I think you'd be just fine. Get
I
anyone you want.
it is kind of crazy how like I don't know. Do women bring up money with you a lot? Really? No one ever asks you how much you make.
Ask me how much I make? No.
That's crazy.
I don't ask how much I make.
Well, maybe not how much you make, but like if you're like wealthy or not.
No.
That's insane. Interesting.
Don't get asked that question.
At all.
I don't know. Like
Well, I
what?
mean, how
What
many
type of
like
question is that? Like, hey,
wait, hold on. How far like hold on. I think before I ask that question, I should have probably asked you how long is the longest like I guess for you situationship you've had recently?
4 months?
All right, and
3
not
months?
once was that question asked about financials in
Okay,
any
yeah,
regard.
yeah, yeah. maybe like after 2 months.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
See,
really a question.
what was it?
It was more just like oh thanks, like a sort of like oh thanks for paying for everything sort of comment, I would say. And then like it kind of devolved into a little bit of a conversation about it, but I'm not like telling them like oh this is how much money Underdog pays me.
Yeah. Would you ever
I
tell?
would
Would
never
you
say that.
tell a girl?
No, why do they why does that need to be said?
Would you ever get? Would you ever get a prenup?
Yeah.
100%. Would you ever not get a prenup? I think that's another question.
Yeah, I would probably not as well.
Really? What does it
Yeah.
depend on?
I don't know, just the way I feel. But I could see myself both ways,
Fair enough.
to be honest.
That's
What
fair.
does it depend on? Well, let's say for example, like I was thinking with my logical brain and she had like a similar amount of family wealth as me, and then it wouldn't really matter.
Sure, but if she did, what if she did?
Well, then who knows?
Like if she was like not very well off.
Then who knows? I could see it going either way, to be fully honest.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. I guess since
Yeah.
you don't know. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I could see it going either way.
Interesting dynamics.
Ask me in a decade, man.
A decade? Is that the plan? When is the plan? When is
Ask
the
me like a
ideal age
decade.
for you? What is the ideal age for you?
I have no ideal age. Whenever I'm sick of this,
I don't think you're gonna get sick of this, bro. It's
100% will. 100% will.
I'm surprised you're not already sick of it, to be.
So then how are you saying never gonna?
I don't know, because if you're not already sick of it, I just don't think you're going to get sick of it. For me personally, I remember I got sick of it within like that little phase that I was doing, kind of what you were doing. Especially when we were in Europe too, and like
That was the final straw, eh?
no, yeah. After just like all that, I was kind of just like, dude, it doesn't mean anything. It does not like
Yeah, but that doesn't mean for me that I'm just gonna like pick some rando that like I'm seeing right now just because it doesn't mean anything to me.
All right, that's like not what I did, but yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think some people are very like I could see it both ways, to be honest. Like I could see how like you're enjoying what you're doing and you wouldn't want to stop it, even though I've questioned it before.
Nothing to question.
No, there's nothing to question actually. If
I'm
you're
playing-
enjoying it, you're actually young. Like there's no reason to like
Yeah.
what's a rush?
24, man. I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of the people that I've met in Vancouver over the past couple of years are all at least like 3 years older than me, and a lot of them are well, some are in a different stage in life, but some are in a pretty similar stage in that just the relationship sense.
But I do
I
feel
would
like
actually argue that a lot of them are in a stage in their life where like if they saw like a girl that they really really liked, they might have a worse chance of like actually making it work perfectly than if I saw a girl I really really liked, and I'm younger.
because you think they put too much pressure on it or something.
I just feel like I've gone through the motions enough times that it's much less of a problem versus maybe a couple other people. If
What do
they
you
were in
mean?
that situation, they might not be able to just make it work. You know,
In what sense? You're being very vague.
the entire process from the first word to the first kiss to the first to asking you want to date them.
Sure, but
Maybe
like,
that part I'd probably be the worst at.
I was gonna
asking
say
wanna
like
date them.
I think you got a
let's-
very.
But let's say the first 70% of it, I think I could be fine.
I
be
do
better.
think, but yeah, because you've just been doing this first 70% of it on like repeat for the last few
Yeah,
years.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But like, I don't think like that extra portion. I don't know if you'd be very good at that portion because you haven't done it.
Yeah, but like that seems like the easiest. And you know what? I'll do it and then I'll get better at it. So
No, it is. It's true. I mean, but you also have to like find the right. I don't know. It's stupid, but like I think with your schedule, the way you work and the way your brain operates, from what I know, you're gonna have to find like a very like specific girl.
forgiving, yeah. Like, cause I'm gonna tell this girl, like, yo, Thursday mornings here, I
Get
gotta
out.
play Madden. Like, you gotta go.
Get
I'm
out.
making
Yeah.
a video.
Yeah. Yeah, and girls are
There's
gonna.
a glitch in Madden. There's like a glitch in Madden, and like we're like driving around somewhere. I'm like, we probably gotta go home.
Yeah, like, dude.
But
That's
like
like-
Zerk, for example, is that on steroids. Like he's even crazier. He's like, oh, there could be a glitch at this time. We gotta be home.
That's insane. There could be a glitch. What the?
Or there could like there's something that's coming out in the game. Like I need to be home for it. Versus me, maybe a little bit more lenient. But like, yeah.
I guess in comparison to Zerk. But hey, you found someone to like.
Oh, he's found someone for a while.
But like, I think that's. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to find a very forgiving. Forgiving is a great word for it.
Oh yeah, forgiving is a great word for it. I agree. Even
Yeah.
I remember in Miami, like when I'd be coming home, like, and it wasn't even. It would be at like 10:30, and I'd just be like, I just gotta be home. Like I want to just record this video.
Yeah, yeah. And they're
Like,
just like,
sorry.
yeah. And
That
did
is
they get
mean.
pissed about
It's
it?
mean. It's mean. Like not pissed, but like not upset. But it's also not like the right answer. you
But
know?
to be honest,
That's the one.
the girl that you're with though will like know that.
Yeah, 100%.
They're not gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, and it's not like. Well, I was gonna say it's not like picking one over the other, but like it's sort of just like one of them is a little more time sensitive than the other.
Yeah,
a
but
little bit.
I agree with you, and I can see what you're saying. I just don't think that's gonna. You have to be.
Some people might just not understand it.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are
Some
just not
people
gonna
might not
understand it.
understand it.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
gonna get a
I think
lot of.
99% of people don't understand it, really.
I agree. Okay, and I think that's
99%.
honestly what your difficulty is gonna be for you.
Hmm.
Um,
Like if I make like let's say for example I make a video about Madden about something that's coming out in the game and I post it 4 hours later versus at the time that I want to post it,
it's
just with the way it works, I'm probably losing like 30% of the views on it. And then with the way YouTube works, now it starts as a 7 out of 10, which for
yeah.
people that aren't familiar is like the ranking system on YouTube. And now it's kind of been pushed into that box where even if it's getting a good click through rate, it's not going to get as many impressions. It's not going to get shown to as many people. So I mean that's just to get into the weeds a little bit, but
Oh, this is good.
yeah.
I think your viewers are gonna like because I think they now your viewers can see like the backstory of like what goes into the videos they're watching. It's not just as simple like hey, because a user like a YouTube user just they're just clicking to click on it. They're not like
Yeah,
thinking about
100%.
the
100%.
sacrifices really that
I
was
will
made.
not say that it's that difficult, but it's just consistent. I would say.
Yeah,
Like I don't think my job is difficult. I think my job is just consistent, to be honest.
which I think makes it difficult in some senses of your life.
Yeah, sure. It does make it difficult in some senses, for sure.
But
Like making a vid on Saturday, people probably don't necessarily want to do it, or Sunday, people
yeah,
don't
like
necessarily want to do it.
limiting where you
But on
can
a
go.
Monday, when someone's going to their full 9 to 5, and like I'm can be done in a handful of hours, that's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
100%, 100%. It's a
Yeah.
good trade off for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't know. I think you got to find yourself a very confident girl. Let's just say that's not going to be
Yeah.
questioning it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm confident.
hey man, I'm confident in your confidence there. I'm rooting for
Thanks.
you. I've got the
Thanks.
I've got the bachelor party ready,
Let's go.
ready to
On
go.
lock, on lock. Well, you gotta wait a decade, but
Where are we going? In my mind, I think we're going to Vegas. Obviously, that's a
I was just gonna say, I think Vegas is no.
okay. So
I
in my
think
mind,
like
okay, we have one friend that I know for sure that I want to. Josh, I've already told him we're 100% going to Vegas, like undoubtedly.
for his,
Yeah, I'm like he doesn't have a choice. That's just the way the ball's gonna roll.
I would consider somewhere in like
Bali.
that's so far. I would consider like Mexico or some more south.
Mm.
Who
Would
knows?
you ever do a
Though?
co-ed one?
Who knows? You know what the good thing is I'm gonna be like one of the last people, so I'm gonna get to see everyone do theirs first, and then pick the best way of doing it.
Who do you think is gonna go first?
Out of our friends, I
Yeah.
think Josh.
The thing is, this is what's weird to me is like I'm hanging around a lot of people right now who are like my age, and they're all going to weddings from like people in college or like all these things.
Mhm.
It's very common down in the South where like you get married at like 23, 24. Whereas like where we're from, it's not really as common. But I don't know, man. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, when is this wedding season gonna roll around? Because these people are at weddings every weekend.
I don't think it's that soon for us.
You don't think so?
From everything I know about our friends right now, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the thing. I started thinking about it, and I'm like, I can't name you one friend. I can name you one, Josh. That's the only friend. I can't name you any other friend that like.
But I even still feel like if he popped the question, I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
Like if he
hundred
told me
percent,
tomorrow he got married, I'd be like, oh,
100%.
nice. But like,
But out of anyone, he's like the top runner.
mhm. Yeah, and out of my other friends, I think Maytar's first in like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, it's works a little differently for girls, though. I would say.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Hey,
I agree.
screenshot that a year and a half. Let's see
Yeah,
if
I'd
it
say a year and
happens.
a half, and I'm pretty confident in that.
Let's see if it happens. Anyway, this is a good podcast. I think we got a good hour of footage here.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You can do the closing this week because I did it last.
Thanks for tuning in, fellas. We'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.